Everyone, Bill Nichols TV. Today I've got something big. It's here. I'm happy about it. It's right here. It's so big it doesn't even fit completely under the desk. And it's not just one box. It is one box, two box. Let's check out the DJI Inspire 2 Premium Bundle. Holy crap! How am I going to do this? This is too big. Let's get rid of this thing for a second. So, oh my god. As you can probably see, I don't have a ton of space here. So I'm working through this. I'm actually working on a little bit bigger space. This is my garage right now, piece of paper behind me. I'm working on a bigger space in my garage. It's just that I have printers, drums, storage stuff, storage up above, all kinds of stuff. Not a lot of room. I'm working on that. So sometimes I get a little crowded. Today, let's talk about the Inspire 2. All right, so I'm gonna rattle some things off. So I've been really excited about the Inspire 2. I had my Inspire 1 Pro, sold it. I ordered an Inspire 2 the day that it was announced that you could pre-order it. So I'm gonna run through what I ordered, why I ordered it, what's in the package, total kind of cost for you so that you can get an idea, and just some thoughts. We'll open up the small box first, take a look what's in here. I have a pretty good idea. We'll take a look at the big box. All right, so let's get started. So we've got the small box here. Is that it? All right. So this part will be pretty quick. So we've got the DJI CineSSD SSD. This is what you use if you buy the license keys for CinemaDNG and Apple ProRes, or one or the other, so that you can record at the high bit rates and at 5.2K. This is a half gig, and this isn't going to last very long. So the half gig, the half terabyte, 480 gigs, almost a half terabyte, at 5.2K on CinemaDNG, this is going to hold either 12 or 17 minutes of video. That's it. So I can't remember if it's 12 or 17. So one or the other, every 12 or 17 minutes is a half a terabyte of video data. Let's just take a look at this thing really quick. And it's expensive as hell. $900 for just the drive, and it's on back order. And it's tiny. And it's all aluminum. There it is right there. It's the half a terabyte CineSSD. Can you see that? Yeah. 480 gig. If you want to get the 5.2 gigabit per second down, you have to have the 240 gig or the 480. I don't even think that I'd go for the 240 because that's either only going to be 6 or 8.5 minutes. I actually think it's 12 minutes of video on this at 5.2K. Much more at the lower resolutions. And then we're going to test this out, but I think that you can record lower quality proxies to your SD card so that, here we got a quick start guide. Let's see what it tells us. It gives us capacities. Do not, when connected. I do think that I can do low quality proxies to an SD card on the aircraft, which is likely what I'm going to be doing, because if I record at 5.2K, but then I can record either a low bitrate 4K or low bitrate 1080, then link those up in Premiere. I can edit on the low bitrate one so that I can see it all in real time. Then when I go to actually export, I can tell it to use the high quality file, export from that. So that's the SSD. It requires the CineSSD Station. I do know from this that I don't have the CineSSD Station shipped. It was on back order. We'll get it. So I'm not going to be able to do my first flights probably at 5.2K. This is, so let's see, we've got DJI Care, trying to sell you that. Zenmuse X5S. Lens kit. This says lens excluded. I hope not. I was supposed to be getting the one with the lens. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this case. The one that came with the X5 was nice. This is a whole other thing. Plastic, leathery plastic here. Little buckle here. Open that up. Oh, there we go. Definitely a different design on the gimbal. So the gimbal looks much larger. Let's pull it out. Oh, I hate pulling this thing out of here. Okay, there we go. Okay, it is a different design. So this isn't going to fit on the Osmo. This isn't going to fit on the Inspire 1. So this is the new camera. It should be able to do 20 frames per second for still photos. Shoots up to 5.2K. Same 15 millimeter lens. I'm not going to take the lens off or anything. But there you go. It is a f1.7 15 millimeter lens. Connections up here. Let's see if they look different. Oh, way different connection than on the old Inspire. See that? You get this kind of rectangular connection now. Put that on, and this is really well balanced right off the start. So I do have some filters from Freewell that I'm going to be testing, as well as the standard one that I use on this. Actually, it's a 46 millimeter Tiffin. I love it. It's a great filter. All right, so you've got your basic lens and body caps here, or your body cap. So this is for the back of the lens. This is for the body if you take the lens off. Really nice construction on this box. I'm super bummed that I didn't get the CineSSD Station yet because they were on back order. You have to have that to pull the files off this, and you have to have this to be able to record at 5.2K. So, and unfortunately right now, our weather here in Orange County has been terrible for the past 3 weeks or so. We've got loads of rain. It even hailed today. We got about a quarter inch of hail on the ground in about 10 minutes. So I won't be flying the Inspire 2 today, but I will get it out soon, do a first flight, and then start doing a bunch of videos on it. All right, let's get this big box up here. Jeez. You can't even see me. Look at this. All right, let's just cut this open. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? That didn't sound good. I do not like that sound. Book right off the bat, Inspire 2 Quick Start Guide. All right, let's get this thing out of here. Oh my gosh. DJI. Inspire 2. All right. I can tell you right off the bat, this case is different than what I thought. So little first impression. This I thought was a hard plastic. It's not. It's a little bit better high quality foam than the pressed foam that the Phantom 4 case is. Same thing, some plastic or rubberized corners here. We've got some latches. Let's unlatch this thing and open it and get rid of this behemoth. Ooh, nice little latches. Anything under here? Looks like 2 complete sets of propellers. Look at that. Do you see it? Do you see it? Inspire 2. Not really. So 2 sets of propellers, the Inspire 2 body, the remote. The remote feels a lot more substantial than the one on the Inspire 1. It's definitely metal on the outside, where the other one I believe was plastic, or at least it felt like it. It fits in the hand really nice. It's got a good feel. This is a lot sturdier here. Other than that, same controller. Nothing new there. Fans on the bottom here. We do have an HDMI and a USB. You got the charging hub here, which we will show in a minute. We've got cables for the charger. We've got batteries. So now 2 batteries. So we've got some redundancy. They go in side by side. Supposed to get about 27 minutes of flight time with the X4S, not with the X5S. Let's just pull the Inspire out. Oh my God. Let's pull the charger out. We'll go over that. Let's get rid of this box. Look at that. One, it feels a bit lighter. The motors look way more robust. It feels a lot more high quality and thought out, durable than the first one. So here's what we have. We've got this front-facing FPV camera. Let's just turn it up like this. So you've got the front-facing FPV camera. We've got loads of sensors here. You got your 2 props. You've got your sensors in the front right here. Sensors in the top. You've got your battery release right here. The slot for the CineSSD, which is back here. Let's throw some batteries in. Well, actually, let's do this really quick. Let's put this off to the side. One thing that I do like that they came with, so you don't have to buy it extra, is the battery charging hub. So I think that we will just push these. Yeah, we push these in. This is going to open up. This is very like kind of science fiction here, like, I don't know, Star Wars or Matrix or something. The batteries just snap right into the hub. You go to charging for it. Now I'm sure that this battery charging hub, like the other one, is serial, and that it's not charging all four at the same time, but it's going one around. But that's pretty nice. I like that the battery charging hub is included with it. That's great. Fold that back up. And the charger is just going to plug right into there. 6.9 amps. It's got the two outputs for the remote controller and for the charger. They're different size, so you're not going to mix them up. So the batteries are going to fit in. Let's see. Wow, it comes really nice. It comes with covers over the battery ports. So you see right there, there were covers over here. Everything's all carbon, just like the other one. The carbon actually seems better, you know, done a bit more high quality. Like they've got a better standard now for doing this. Heat sinks here for the motors. So if you can see that, you have the motors here, then there's heat sinks here, I guess to draw away the heat. It's supposed to have a lot more redundancy. So pretty much dual IMUs, dual compass, dual signal pass through, dual batteries. So if one battery goes down, you could emergency land with the other battery. When I went to CES, there are a ton of people having a problem putting the props on. I'm going to put the props on, show you how you do that. Let's go ahead and put a couple of batteries in here. Yeah, so you can't screw the batteries up. They're just going to go in. So you should get like a positive click or something. There's one. And two. So both batteries in. Now, of course, substantially heavier. But there's what it looks like. All right, let's throw some props on. So when I was at CES, I saw several people almost breaking the Inspire by trying to force the props on. There's one little trick, so I'll run you through it really quick. Props are definitely a little bit different. They line up the same, red and white, or red and amber, whatever you want to call it. Or I mean white and amber. So with the props now, these feel like they turn all the way, but you put these on, and then when you go to put them on, they're going to click positive, but then they're not going to unclick, so you can't force them off. So if we can see this, you have these tabs now that indent here. Right, so there's these metal tabs. Let's bring this around to the front. So there are these metal tabs now right here, these release pins. You've got to push those and then turn to get the props to come off. So props go on. Bring that over till it clicks. Then you can check and make sure that it's engaged. Now they're not coming off. I feel like the props are longer. I'm going to have to look that up and see if they are. But it feels like they're longer. If not, they're definitely a little bit wider. Look at that. There is the Inspire 2. This thing looks like a beast. And I am so happy it's not white. Can we just stop making white drones? Because on clear days with clouds, they're impossible to see. It's one thing I really love about the Autel XR Premium being bright orange. I know that you can skin them or whatever, but having a black one, much better than a white one to me. All right, so if we take a walk around, some of the things that we've got, little sticker here that says mind your fingers, the SD card slot. There is one, a USB port right here on the side. That is probably for firmware updates. And then you've got a pair button right above that to pair your controller if it isn't. You know that I had a problem with that before. The CinemaDNG in ProRes with an SD card right here. So you can see that. All right, so let's run through a few costs. I ordered this the day that it came out. I did get the one with the CinemaDNG and Apple ProRes. $59.99, not cheap. That is for the Inspire 2 with the license keys, with the X5S camera with the 15mm lens, the batteries, the props, the controller, the license keys, the charging hub, everything that you see right here. That's $59.99. Like I said, not cheap. Then on top of that, I ordered a 480 gig CineSSD. That's $899, so you're up to $6,800. And then on top of that, you've got to order the CineSSD Station, so another $150. And then, so that's the cost of your drone, right? So you're at about $7,000, depending on where you buy it, if you've got tax or whatever else. In California, we've got tax, but I ordered this one from Skyboss Drones. And just so you guys know, I pay the same price that you do. But I like Skyboss, and why do I like Skyboss? Because I ordered this the day that it was announced, and I got one of the first ones that came in. They did them in order, but I got one today, and not that many are out there. So thanks a lot to Skyboss, and if you guys are interested, go talk to Ray. But like I said, so I paid the same price that you're going to, so free shipping from them, no tax, so about $7,000. Now on top of that, I'm probably going to order another 480 gig SSD, so that when I'm out filming for clients, I have plenty of space, because from what I've heard through the CineSSD Station, I can't find any specs on it because they're not published anywhere. I imagine it's just USB 3. It takes about 2 hours to download the footage from that to your computer. It's kind of crazy. I'm not going to have 2 hours to wait, but I could do a flight, recharge for a half hour while I start downloading that footage, and then put the other one in here and start flying again. So my total cost will probably be close to $8,000 because I'm going to have to get one more CineSSD. I'm going to get one more pair of batteries, so I'll have 4 batteries. I will likely get a second controller, but right now I won't. And so that's what you're in. Now, some people think that's really expensive. I will tell you that if you're charging for your services and you're charging well, I don't go specifically into pricing. $7,000, while it's a lot of money, it's a couple of days work with a real client for me. So that's it. So I can go, about 2 to 2.5 days of work, depending on who the client is. This is paid for. Then after that, it's just all money. So that's why I have this one and then the P4 Pro as a backup. I do still have a Phantom 4 as a third backup as well, but right now it's going to be the P4 Pro, because I feel like that could get, photography-wise at least, just as good of images, video nearly as good. And for my architectural clients, really what I'm getting for the video is some background video, and I'll go into more of that later. But, so you have this cost. So let's just say if you're doing the Pro one with one drive, you're at about $7,000. But that's for 12 minutes of video for every half terabyte. So you got to think beyond that, and what are your storage costs? When I'm going out in the field and I'm going to be shooting, I now need to bring probably 2 terabytes of storage with me, if not more, for my laptop, so that I can download and still shoot. If I'm going out for 6 days or 8 days of shooting with clients, I likely have to bring somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 to 8 terabytes now just to store this. And then I'll cut that down so I won't store all of that. But then I need to bring that back home. I need to upload it into my big Mac Pro, and then I've got to have that storage. And typically I keep all of my footage. So what I do is I have all of the storage where I keep my photos, and the photos aren't a big deal, but the video. And then every 6 months or so, I take all of that video, except for a few key select things, and I offload it onto 2 drives. I have one drive here at my house, and then one drive stored elsewhere. So you invest in something like this, don't think about just the cost of this. Think about what you're doing. If I was doing photography, and that's it, which is actually where most of the money for my drone stuff comes from, is from photography, not from videography. Yet, if I was just doing photography, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. But the video now at 5.2K, which I probably won't deliver at 5.2K, I generally deliver at 1080 or 4K. But I will shoot at 5.2K because it's going to allow me to be able to crop, to be able to do some camera tracking. So if I want a really still image from above with maybe just some traffic going by or something, I can now track that camera in post and keep it there and have it crop in. It'll give me the ability to do some fake camera movements if I want to, and I'll just be able to have a lot more, flexibility in post. So now I've got to think about the cost of the camera and the cost of all that storage afterwards, and then the time. There's a lot more time. So excited to get this up in the air. I think tomorrow is going to be a clear day. If it is, expect a first flight video with everything that I go through to get through the first flight, and then the video after, in that same, the test video to see what we have. I will tell you right now, the fit and finish of this is way beyond the Inspire 1. So while it looks relatively the same in overall appearance, just everything that they've done here, the fit and finish, it's clear that they've stepped up the manufacturing. Loving that we have dual batteries, dual signal paths. Everything is so nice and clean. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to get it up in the air. Join me and keep on the lookout, because I'm going to actually do the Tiffin filter giveaway early. And then Freewell Gear just sent me a whole bunch of filters and stuff that I'm going to be showing you for the Mavic Pro and for the Phantom 4 Pro. I'm going to give away some filters. So like I said, I'm giving away every month now. I'm going to do a giveaway for people that have subscribed to DronePilotGroundSchool.com. So the people that join this month, at the end of February, I'll be doing a drawing. So the drawing for everybody that's already joined, I'm going to do at the end of this month. So you can still join them with the code of BN, so like Bill Nichols, TV50. And you'll get $50 off the $299. Probably the best Drone Pilot Ground School out there that I've seen. It's the one that I personally used. But I'm excited, guys. Inspire 2. Like I said, this one I bought. This is not, I'm not borrowing it from Skyboss Drones. I bought it, paid the same price that you're going to. But if you want to know more about it, just stay tuned. I'm going to have a ton of videos about the Inspire 2 because this, probably out of gear, has me more excited than anything that's come out lately. A lot more than I thought it would. I love the Phantom 4 Pro and the Phantom 4 Pro Plus. DJI's doing a lot, but this thing, let's get it up in the air. Thanks for watching. You keep watching. I'll keep making videos. Talk to you soon.